let's get some building done. I like the way that looks. Do, 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 do. Oops. Oh, well, that's not what I clicked. All right, that's a window, right? I should probably put the other piece on first. Oops. Come on. That is acting weird. Okay. Dang it. Oh. All right. Nope, not low enough. Come on. Yes. Hey, Toby. Oh, cool. I was wasting some time building. I'm doing just fine. I went to visit my mom today. Um, she's really the only relative well, I have my sister. So I was helping her out, went with my sister and her boyfriend to lunch and did a couple of chores around the house. Yeah, that's about it. So I figured I'd take a minute and continue on with my cathedral build. Yeah, it's relaxing just to do that. My wife had to go into her new part-time job today, so when she gets home, probably end up doing something else. I got to work on the wiki a little bit. I have some time off. I also wanted to look into that script, that Python program I wanted to write. Why are you off? Uh, That's off too. Ugh. Just not my day. Yep, some days you eat the bear and sometimes the bear eats you. Isn't that the saying? The Python script that I wanted to build, but I haven't had time because work has just been crazy. Well, I've got some time off. It's the one where I want a bunch of checkboxes for all the known things that we currently know how to do, and then it'll make a mod. It'll decompress all the files, store them in a directory. You checkbox the stuff that you want, give it a name, and it'll build you a mod that does everything that you asked for. Remember, I wanted to have a section where we could have individual JSON files for each one of your items, and then people could pick and choose what they wanted to add and put them in there, that type of thing. That way, no matter what, people will have have the mod that they need. By the way, I do not like how they arranged the build pieces. I'd be afraid of building a mod to rearrange them, but they just don't make any sense. They're all over the place now. I mean, if you look at this, where is it? Right. So some light sources are here, some are down the other side. I get the storage, I get this, those are fine, these are fine, this is fine. Some statues that do things are here, but statues that don't do things are somewhere else. This stuff is for growing, which I get. So that one's not a problem. Great Monument's not a problem. Wood and stone together is a problem. Either I want a wood piece or I want a stone piece. The lodge has all kinds of wood, but not this wood. So you got to remember which wood is where. And then they have some railings and stuff in different places than the lattices and stuff like that. So then you get to the stone. All right, so you already have stone, right? You have granite. Okay. Granite looks just like adamant, so I have to believe that this is granite on the outside of an uglier hard stone, because adamant means as hard as diamonds. That's where that derives from. But it looks exactly like granite, except it's bigger, thicker, and has different connection points. But then over here, the coastal marble and the red sandstone, they mixed the pieces together, which is annoying. It looks like they corrected the one bug, because for when this first came out, the red sandstone stout wall was here. And I don't know why they just didn't put, but this is by material, kinda, except adamant's not mixed over here. And then of course you have ancient, which mixes all three of these together, which doesn't make any sense. So I don't mind doing it by the color it looks. So we could call it gray, white, and red. Or if you wanted to call it coastal marble, red sandstone, and uh, what's the proper term for granite? It's Iris granite. That's fine. If you want to separate by thickness, so all adamant stuff is together, that would make sense because this is a really small page, and I could easily put things multiple colors on here, and then you could have it by size, but it's just all mixed up. And then you have some light sources here. Some of the green stuff is here, but it's not other place. You know, it's not in the other place because this also has lights, and it's kind of crazy. It's all over the place. Very difficult to remember where things are. Oh, I did not want to do that. Crap. I hate it when I don't notice right away something's not lined up like that right there. It looks fine from one angle, but as soon as you move angles, it's obviously not right. Come on. Oh no! Nope. So those tags, those category tags aren't just in the file itself. They're separate. If I remember correctly, there's a Davis show for every category tag, but adding a new category tag didn't do anything. I tried that. I also found out that those tags are present inside a file that is located in the pack file. Interesting. Hmm. Hey, Kel. Oh, did I forget that one? Crap. There it is. Let's try that again. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I needed those. Hmm. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm out of shell? Uh, do the pillars need shell? No. All right, folks, give me 1 minute. All right. Yep, I had to go restock. Come on. Weird. Okay. Oh, come on. Snap and even. Okay, so up here will be a gallery. And in those upper compartments, I'm going to put weapons and armor and stuff like that. Because in at the Cathedral de Durin and Alway, I think I'm saying that right, the Dwarven God, you figure that there'd have to be smithing involved and all kinds of stuff like that. Mahal? Yeah. I thought they also called it Alway or something like that. But yes, Mahal. Oh, Elvish name. Ugh! Yuck! Oh, what'd I say that for? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to offend. 60 seats to... Holy crap, how big is your feast hall? That's even bigger than I was going to make mine. I thought I was going to be insane to do mine. Whew. 99 seats. Wow. Nice. I found another area to add beams to downstairs. I replaced part of the granite floor with stone floor because the tiles didn't quite line up for the front staircases, and so that kind of messed things up a little bit. And I needed to cover it because I didn't want the ceiling to look patchwork. Alaska Raid! Hello, Alaskan! How are you this Sunday? Ornate ceilings. Okay. Yeah, I like those. I am doing well, Alaskan. How are you? Ooh, Odd Couple stream. How did it go? Oh, I'm sorry you're fighting a cold. I'm trying like hell not to get sick before Christmas. but it seems like everyone around me is dropping like flies. My wife and I started drinking this vitamin mix that's supposed to taste nasty. It's supposed to help your immune system. I don't know. I hope you're better. Yeah, well, work's been getting to me, but I try to limit myself to one a day. Well, let's not go with the relative size of the drink. Let's just say if it's beer, it's like 16 ounces, give or take. I also said try, don't forget. I don't always succeed. But you know, that just gives you the opportunity to try again. And again. And again. I figure eventually I'll get it. You know, I probably should have put a ladder. And that would have been smart, John. Wait. Oh. Where'd it go? There it is. Four-hour stream. I didn't sign up for much. I just did the Mutsex. Though I've streamed more. I've streamed a bunch this weekend. I wanted to build and not worry about having dev items on me or anything like that. It's like, eh. doesn't look far enough. Does look tall enough, though. Yeah, it looks very cathedral-like. I'm pretty pleased with that. Have a good one, Alaskan. Thank you for the raid, and I hope you feel better. If I don't talk to you, you and others have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, oh, Happy Holidays. Hey, Axbeard. Oh, hey, Jubo. Thank you. It's all good. I'm going to be playing quite a bit this week. Maybe if we schedule it, Axbeard, you and I could get a team up and do something fun. I was thinking about that the other day. But that goes with all the streamers. If I happen to be available, happy to join you for something. I feel like I'm the NPCs. I gotta make scaffolding now. It's too close to real life, I'm telling you. Except taking down scaffolding in the game is a heck of a lot easier. I always hated that job. Oh, I gotta finish that. Why did I do that? Hey, Miss Kasumi, hold on a moment. I have to step away.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
right back, though.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Hello.
You arrived, and I immediately had to run. I guess my son comes in and says, "Mom's been calling your phone. You're not answering." I'm like, "Oh crap! Where's my phone?" Come to find out, I left it in my pants. Of course, that's usually what I do. Um, so I had to go get it. Sorry about that.
Hope
So,
everything is good with Cindy.
yeah, did I mention she had a new job?
I think I heard something about that, but we were kind of all over the place on Friday, so I didn't get to ask.
Yeah, so she got a new job. It was part-time. Someone got ill, and
Aw.
for payroll and accounting, and they needed a temporary payroll and accounting person.
Hmm.
And it's at a retirement home, which is cool. Um, and then so Lucindy starts, and before we even got our first paycheck, she's already buying stuff for the folks in the home because it's a state-run retirement home, and the folks there just don't, they don't have family or whatever. And
No.
so I know it's sad. And so I'm like, okay, I understand. Um, so we did that, and now she's coming home. She had to go there on a Sunday. It's supposed to be part time. She puts in more than part time hours, and she's doing trying to get everyone paid and caught up and everything. And she doesn't want people to be without on for Christmas. And so she worked a little yesterday, a little today, and so in about 25 minutes I've got to get off, and I told her I'd heat up. I'd go get us some dinner. So what have you been up to today?
Oh, just this and that. I played in my sandbox for a little bit and then did some stuff around the house. And then I was just putting some lunch on and I get a ping from Davy. Um, I had seen a question on the Steam board because I spent a lot of time helping out the Steam board,
Hmm.
and it was about the player didn't have the builder's mallet unlocked. And someone else responded, so I'm like, okay, I'll wait and see what happens there. But then Davey pings me with the exact question. He's like, I've got someone on the Reddit that doesn't have the builder's mallet unlocked. I'm like, that's not a coincidence.
No, same person.
It ended up being the same person. Then they deleted their Steam discussion board and were just responding to Davey. But Davey's at work, so Davey was getting answers from me, and then I give them to Davey, and then Davey would post them. The player would respond, and then Davey would send it to me. And that like it was this bad game of telephone.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so turned out, so we got a copy of the player's file. I downloaded it, and like they should have it unlocked, but the one weird thing I noticed is they only have 2 or 3 of the mirrored silver recipe. Like they shouldn't be able to craft mirrored silver. And if you can't craft mirrored silver, you can't build the beam mirrors, which means you can't open the doors, which means he shouldn't have been able to get up to Durin's tower, and yet he had. So
Oh, there was that glitch.
well, and so that's where I went back to Davy and I'm like, something got bypassed because he has mirrored silver in his world, but he doesn't have the ability to craft it. So something got bypassed, and because now all 3 of those doors are open, we have no way to unlock that recipe. And I think that's a hidden stage gate for him to be able to um like craft the builder's mallet.
Oh yeah, I bet that is.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
can he
I did test.
restore it?
I'm like, Um, so it turns out like he used a mod, and so that's how he was able to bypass. But I did test. I was like, what happens if I just bring in a builder's mallet and it works? So waiting to hear if he wants me to bring him a builder's mallet.
Yeah, but then I
He
don't
might
know.
still
I
end up getting screwed in the future.
What mod did he use? Because
We
I don't
don't
know of a
know.
mod that will accelerate past that.
So the response he said is because we asked, like, hey, it says 2 or 3 of the minutes survey, like something happened, like what happened? So the response was, the problem with the mirror is quote unquote known to me. I had a mod that was interfering with the mirror silver recipe, so I uninstalled it and loaded an older save file I had in backup and got the recipe. Also crafted the mirrors, opened the doors, and proceeded. I later used the mod again, but I made sure that was before I built the monument, not to use the mod, and completely deleted it, never to be used again. However, if what he's saying even there is true, then it wouldn't show 2 of 3 on the mirrored silver recipe. So something's not adding up.
Yeah. I helped oh, he just pinged me. Slater. Uh so Slater, I don't know if you know Slater. He's in Finland. Great
Mm.
guy. I've been talking to him for a long time. He was the one that first did the the sauna and you know all that kind of thing. Anyway, been playing with him on and off, and he he's been using Toby's mod
Mm.
for a long time and didn't back up and didn't wait for the mod to be installed and use the old mod. And of course, he couldn't open up mirrored silver.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't build the things. Now, I don't think it's the same guy because I've been working with him to go back through his backup worlds, and I found his pre-Durin world and restored that, and hopefully he's going to test it now. He just pinged me that he got the file. Anyway,
Nice.
um, so I've seen that before. It's kind of similar, but not the same. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. So somehow, like, what I tried to recreate and couldn't recreate is that like I was like, okay, if I go into a campaign that I haven't run DF on yet, but I like it was a completed campaign that I hadn't run DF. So I was like, I opened it, applied DF, I brought in mirrored silver. Could I get the beam mirror to unlock without interacting with all three doors? And I couldn't.
No, but remember, if it was a mod that, so one of the problems with the mods that add things to the game, like the build recipes or the armor or the weapons, the way the game works is it's a directory of files, um, and they're literally JSON, the equivalent of JSON files and directories and everything, and they're indexed. And so when you add something to the game, you literally create a new item and
Mm-hmm.
it adds it to the end. Well, what happens when the game updates and adds stuff on their own? Then your stuff at the end is misplaced and it
Mm-hmm.
conflicts. It conflicts with the stuff that they just added to the game, which is why you have to wait for them to be rebuilt. You have to load the new game files, add your stuff, index to them to the end, and lo and behold, it'll be fine. But if you don't wait, it gets confused. And
Right.
so it's like saying, I'm going to Bob's house. Well, which Bob? Bob, right? Just Bob. Well, there's more than one Bob. Pick one. Nope, give me Bob. I don't know what you mean. And because then there's the way the pack files work, there can only be one copy of an item at a time. But when you do that, it re-indexes and suddenly there's two. And
Right.
so mucho bad, don't want to do that. So that I can imagine something like that happening.
Yeah, what I'm guessing, because according to his comment, is that he like uninstalled the mod and then restored a backup file from before the mod was applied. So either he didn't restore far enough back, or like the mod existed from the beginning of the file, so there was no pre-mod, and so there was no way to restore backup prior to
Gotcha.
the creation of Bob.
Yeah. Well, Axbeard just said he's heard mapstones anywhere, which modifies those files, and free crafting
Mm.
also both bug that mirrored recipe. It's because they touch the same files, and if they're not
Yeah.
updated, yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening. I distinctly not fun. Um, but yeah. Well, I tell people all the time, look, I use mods, back up, just back up, and don't until the person updates it after a patch, do not use it. Uninstall it and live without. Of course, that was the reason I learned to do mods because I have a real hard time living without fat stacks and having items
Free
everywhere.
instant crafting.
Free instant crafting was the one. Yep,
Yep.
there you go. Axebeard got it. Yep. All right. So it sounds
It's so
like you've had
funny
an
though.
eventful day. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, oh, I was just gonna say, like, it's just really funny because, like, he's here on the Reddit, like, you know, wasn't spelling out the curse words, but making it very clear there were curse words involved. Like, clearly very frustrated. Never mentioned, like, by the way, there was this other error and there might have been mods involved. It was just immediately, the game is bugged. Um, so that's one of the reasons why, I like to get in here and like solve the problems, because oftentimes the source of the problem is not necessarily the game.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why they came out and they don't ban mods, but they were not happy with all the mods recently. And I'm like, look, guys, I mean, people like their mods. I like my mods. I'm sorry. I get it.
I know they got to do something about the stack sizes though, because and you saw, like, I made the comment in to the devs. I was like, we had the same backpack that we've had since like 1.0, but every single DLC has continued to add more and more items. Like, you can't be surprised when people start using things like fast tracks.
Yeah. No. And I made the case a long time ago that I do not find it fun traveling to a world back and forth, loading in and out, one backpack at a
Hmm.
time, 50 times before I get to start building.
Yeah.
And at first, I swear to God, they were like, yeah, yeah, but not a lot of people build. That's just you. And I'm like, no. And then we had the Builders Guild, and they're like, well, that's just you guys. I mean, how many people are really gonna do that? And I'm like,
Surprise!
I don't know. I think quite a bit. And so, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I've been waiting to see some of the progress made on Durance Foe because I figured there's going to be more patches in the future after holiday or whatnot. The only one that I am really missing out on right now in my campaign is the one that unlocks the old build items.
Oh, I use that on this one. It's updated.
I know, I totally know I could, and I have it on my sandbox. Well, I applied it and then I uninstalled it, but you know
You
it.
can. You can do the same.
Yeah, exactly. I know, but I'm keeping that campaign one clean just in case. You
Oh,
know.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're keeping it clean just in case you need it clean to give a bug report.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's smart.
But I've been trying to get into my sandbox and do some trading and um it's really hard in because my Westgate is so spread out. I'm like running around like, where are all you folks?
Oh, your NPC's hiding from you.
Yeah, like I recruited a new one. It took me 3 days to figure out where he was hanging out so I could give him a tool.
Yeah, well, we talked about that last night. I still get frustrated. I see you posted the Auric thing. I hope that happens.
Yeah. I mean, because someone made a comment. I'm like, we were just having that discussion and I really liked your idea.
I don't even know if it was. I think it was my idea, but I'm sure other people have thought of that or something similar. The thing is, someone's just gotta have the information and talk to you. I don't really care if it's Ulrich or not. Someone's got to do it. Let's see. All right, what time is it? Oh, I've got to get going. Hey, I might be on a
Oh,
little later, but I will talk to you. I
okay.
got to go take care of my wife's dinner. I promised her after she had to work on Sunday that I'd get her food. Anyway,
Absolutely.
so thank you
Cool.
for
Well, if you're
talking. I
on later,
enjoyed
I
it.
might pop in. Yeah.
Please do. That's why I got in. All right. Thank you, everybody. Hope you all have a good evening, and hopefully I'll see you a little later, if not tomorrow. Bye bye.